if you know how many calories are going in of your body and how many calories are going out of your body, you can guarantee that you're going to lose weight without having any questions to answer. What's up, everybody? It is Coach Paul here from Rise Above here in Shorewood, and I am here with you today to give you 5 of my favorite tips for weight loss. I'm going to run through each of these really quickly, and then I'm going to get more in detail about each one and more specific about it. But the first one I want to talk about is tracking your calories. The second one is getting your steps in. Third one is going to be weigh yourself on a daily basis. 4 would be to do resistance training at least 3 times a week. And the 5th is more cardio does not equal more weight loss. So the first thing I want to talk about is tracking your calories. When we talk about the topic of tracking your calories, depending on who you talk to, you'll get a lot of negative feedback from something like tracking your calories. Now, the way I describe it to our clients here is in the following way. If you as a person want to retire with a sum of money so that you can feel comfortable in your retirement years, it would require you to start tracking your finances at a very young age to make sure that you put enough money aside each month that you hit this end goal of retirement. I want you to think of tracking your calories as the exact same thing. It takes out all of the guesswork. If you know how many calories are going in of your body and how many calories are going out of your body, you can guarantee that you're going to lose weight without having any questions to answer. So let me give you some perspective with some arbitrary numbers. If you were to eat, let's say, 2,000 calories, and your calories out, which consist of things like steps, your workout, and your metabolism, is only, let's say, 1,500 calories, you are currently netting what we call positive calories. You are above 500 calories a day. This will cause you to gain weight. If you do the opposite, and these two were flip-flopped, and this was 1,500 calories and 2,000, and you were negative 500 a day, that's when you start losing weight. And honestly, you guys, that's as simple as you need to know as far as tracking your calories. All right, y'all, so this brings me to my second tip, which is going to be get your steps in. Now, this is one of those like age-old things that people say, oh, just, eat less and move more. That is such a great piece of advice, except for the fact that it's super vague. I just want to give you guys a little bit of perspective on how much even taking just a walk 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day can have a huge impact on your weight loss. And honestly, it doesn't really take that much effort. So did you know that 60 minutes of sitting burns roughly 1 to 5 calories per hour? That is like absolutely nothing. And I actually know a lot of people who work for a living who sit at a desk for 8 to 10 hours a day, meaning they're only burning between 8 and 40 calories in their entire workday. That's just insanity. So then what do people do? They get a standing desk. Ooh, yeah, that's right. If you go from sitting to standing, you'll burn more calories and you'll be more active. Except the difference isn't that astronomical. In fact, it's only going to be a 5 to 15 calorie burn per hour. Just because you're in a standing position doesn't mean you're burning calories. It just means you're standing. The only true way to burn calories is to move your body more, which is why we recommend that our clients usually take steps as action for burning extra calories. Depending on how big you are and how far you can walk in 60 minutes, this number can be as big as 500 to 1,000 calories an hour, which is by far going to have the biggest impact on your weight loss. Weighing yourself daily is a huge controversy in the fitness industry. So why would I recommend you to weigh yourself every day? I mean, we know that our body weight can fluctuate on a day-to-day basis, so why would we want to track that information every single day? Well, let me give you some perspective. The more data points you have, the more accurate your information becomes. Let me explain. Let's say you're someone who goes, you know what, the scale messes with me mentally, so I'm only going to weigh myself 1 time per week. Well, you might have a graph that kind of looks like this over the course of 3 months. If you were to get to this point here, you might think that you're not doing what you need to be doing. But if you were to take, let's say, 30 data points a month this can tell you a much different story, where even though we have our original monthly scan still here, you can start to look at all of the other dots or data points, if you will, and basically develop what we call a trend line. So by developing this trend line, we can basically see and eliminate any sort of weight fluctuations. And we can basically go, okay, my weight is on a downward track. Well, you will never be able to get this information if you don't weigh yourself on a daily basis. Resistance training is going to be key to make sure that your weight loss is permanent. Let me explain why. Most people don't realize this, but muscle and fat tissue both burn calories. So when you're successful with your weight loss, you will actually lose calorie burn, or metabolism is what I will call it. When you start to lose weight, you need something else there to replace that sort of calorie burn. So why not something more like muscle, something that can burn calories a little bit more efficient than fat? So let me give you some perspective. Did you know that for every 1 pound of fat on your body, you will burn 20 calories an hour? That's a pretty significant amount. So if you think about it, if someone lost, 100 pounds, they're gonna lose quite a bit of calorie burn over the course of some time. So by doing resistance training and building our muscle mass to go up, you will actually burn 50 calories an hour for every pound of muscle you put on. So it's a way for us to kind of save our metabolism while you're also simultaneously losing weight at the same time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is probably my least favorite topic to ever talk about. More cardio does not equal more weight loss. And I wanna repeat that again. Just because you're doing more cardio doesn't mean you're going to lose weight faster. So this idea of more cardio equals more weight loss is sort of true, but sort of not true. And you gotta be kind of careful with this. So here's what I mean by this. If you were to go out into a gym and do a whole bunch of cardio and burn a lot of calories, yes, by burning more calories, it can put you into more of a calorie deficit. But just know that the food you put into your body will determine if you're in a calorie deficit. So whether you do cardio or decide not to do cardio doesn't actually make a difference in the amount of weight you're going to be losing. In fact, the only thing that truly matters is that you are eating less than you are expending. So if you expend more energy by doing a bunch of cardio, that does allow you to eat more. Here's the problem with that mindset is more does not equal more. A lot of people think that, if I do more cardio, my weight loss will be more. Well, people start to go down kind of a dark path with that concept and start to apply that to everything. And then all of a sudden you're spending probably 2, 3, 4 hours in the gym just to make sure that you are in a calorie deficit and the food that you're eating is less calories than the food that you're expending. Us here, we don't try to promote more cardio, we just promote strategies that can basically allow your nutrition to be in a calorie deficit where you're somewhat comfortable with how much food that you're eating. Don't mix up the fact that more cardio equals more weight loss. Cardio and any sort of exercise can assist your weight loss by burning more calories, but the process of losing weight requires a calorie deficit, meaning eating less calories than you're expending. Those are my 5 favorite weight loss tips that we give pretty much every single one of our clients here at our studio. Track your calories, get your steps in, weigh yourself on a daily basis, strength train at least 3 times a week, and finally, more cardio does not equal more weight loss. If you guys have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to leave them down below and I will answer them for you. Otherwise, have